What's up guys, it's the weekend, I'm back with another video. I'm happy to be able to bring you guys this video through my other camera. I actually have my mini camera that I record all my face cam and everything on right here with me so you guys can see what I actually record on. And as I've showed you before in my other video, I stream that directly to my phone as I'm making a video so I can see myself and what you guys ultimately see in the corner up there on my phone. Now, first, I would like to start with a breakdown of all the Call of Duty weapons. Now, first thing I'd like to start with is called the ICR-7. That'll be right here for you guys to see. I personally do not run with this weapon. I don't feel that it's a super great weapon. It feels kind of like a default thing that's just handed to you right off the gate in the beginning. Now, I'm sure if you max this out and get everything unlocked for it, it will become a fairly, I don't want to say, I guess viable primary for you. But I still think that to do all that and just to get a better weapon is not the greatest choice. Now, I'm not really sure how much damage this thing does. Alright, actually the damage and everything right now, so I was hoping to get you guys all that information. But it is currently not working. So, it does a decent amount of damage, I guess, for an assault rifle. But like I said before, still not the greatest weapon. Okay, so the next weapon in the assault rifle class will be right here. It is the Rampart 17. I personally, again, do not run with this weapon. I do have it equipped as a backup for my sniper rifle class, so sometimes I will use this as, you know, if I'm running as a sniper or whatever, and I need an assault rifle to get myself out of a situation, I will use that, but in general, I really do not use this weapon for anything else, and I really am not a sniper that much, so I really do not ever use this weapon. I don't feel that it's super great or super powerful that does anything, like, you know, out of the ordinary, but like I said with the previous weapon, the more you upgrade it, the more you play with it, the more, you know, your weapon choices and styles and everything all factors into that. So with that being said, let's cut to the next weapon. Okay, so the next weapon is the KN-57. That'll be right there as well for you guys to see. It is not, like I've said with the past other few, the best weapon in my opinion, but I do like it. I do think it functions very well. I think it has a good amount of damage and everything like that. I will actually run with this assault rifle as I play, not as often as I run with the Titan, which is my main, which we'll get to in a second. But I do not prefer it over some of the other weapons. But in general, if I do like to run with an assault rifle or something like that, I will use this weapon. The weapon I would like to talk about is called the MX-9. I actually have run with this weapon for a while. It was my primary in the very beginning of the game when I figured it out. Until after a while, with the armor and everything and how everybody else's weapon was better, it became sort of like shooting spitballs at them, so I don't really run with this anymore. But in zombies, it can tear through them pretty well. I do like it in the, what is that called, classified map. It's actually what I ran with in my last video. Check that out, the link will be in the description. Please go check that out as well. There'll be some of the weapons featured in here in that video. So, as we continue, I would like to introduce the next weapon. That is the GKS. I actually do not run with this weapon. As I said with the previous one, it can feel like shooting spitballs at them sometimes. It takes a lot of shots to actually do some damage to it. I mean, overall, it's a decent weapon. This one, so that'll be right here for you guys, too. I don't know why I don't really need to change that, but that'll be right here for you guys, too. That'll be the Spitfire. Like I said with the previous weapons, not really my favorite or anything. This class, the SMG class, not my favorite, not something I really run with all the time or anything like that, but something I would use in case of, like, a backup or something. I'm better with them than I am with snipers and everything like that. So, just a brief little throw in after I've said all that. This is a Spitfire, the recoil is terrible, I can't hit anything, that's just enough said. Alright, so this is the Auger DMR. I believe DMR is some kind of term for a sniper rifle weapon. It is semi-automatic, similar to just the regular DMR in Titanfall 2 that I have run with. That is my sniper of choice in that game. More gameplay of that will come out. I am extremely good at that game, better than I am at Black Ops 4. Not to just self-brag, I'm just saying in general of games, it's probably one of my best, because most of the other ones I have, I just play through the campaigns, I just get them cheap at GameStop, and that's what I like to do. So, I will also have some stories and everything coming out about that. Alright, and I really apologize if I just keep saying random things besides this, so let's get back on topic. Alright, so as I said, the Auger DMR is a semi-automatic sniper rifle. I have really not run with this. I've run with it a couple times, but most of the time I run with it, I miss anyway because I'm not a great sniper. It takes me a couple hits to get it. For some reason I can always hit with my LMGs and everything, but then the second I go to use a sniper, I miss. And I'm not really sure why that is, because I can always land like first hit with my Titan or anything like that. But I don't know. And then this is the ABR-223. I actually do like this weapon a lot. I've played with it several times in multiplayer. I've also played with it several times in zombies. It's a nice, well-rounded weapon. I know it's only level 3, and ignore the levels on there. But I actually have played with it several times in multiplayer and everything as well. I have met, I don't want to say many kills, but in zombies it worked out pretty well. It was only like a 2-hit kill for them, and then in multiplayer it's about the same. So if you get a nice headshot or something, it could probably be like a 1-hit kill, but it's a pretty good weapon all around. I like it. Not as good as the swordfish though, which I can't get to because I don't have it unlocked. I could just go over, like, actually you guys can't see that, but I could go over, but I'm not. I'm going to keep updating as I get more weapons. So, next up we have the Titan right here. My personal favorite weapon that I've probably mentioned many, many times on here. It is just because I feel that it is an all-around great weapon. I know it's an LMG, and a lot of people think people that run with LMGs are noobs, but I beg to disagree if you go check out my previous gameplay. Now, I do like that weapon. It does a decent amount of damage. It's about a 4-hit kill for an LMG, which I think is really good, because it's got a high rate of fire. It can continue... Oh, that's my cat up there. What are you doing, Cuddles? Cuddles. Okay, so this is Cuddles. He probably doesn't really want to be held at this second, but he was the one meowing up there. Hello, Cuddles. So, like I said, that was the Titan. It's my personal weapon of choice. I can actually go out and show you what I have in my class. Now, this is the Titan. I run with the Massacre camo. I really like that camo. I think it looks pretty clean on this weapon. I also like to run with the FMJ, the Full Metal Jacket, the Quick Draw, and the extended mags for this weapon as well. Not the extended mags, but normally I do have Primary Gunfighter 1 on there, which allows me to have that. So right now I have the Reflex, the FMJ, and the Quick Draw on there. Now, I think that's a good combination because when you have an LMG and you need to aim down the sights quickly, I think that really helps you get to that goal. And I think, it's actually not the Reflex, it's the Holographic. So the Holographic is a little bit better than the Reflex. I think I like the dot better. It gives you like a better just angle and like what you're doing. So, and just the FMJ makes, you know, do it a little more damage and everything, and it's a machine gun, so might as well have that on there. Alright, so this weapon is called the Hades. I have tried this because, like I said, you know, that is my favorite class, is the LMG. So I did try this. I do not like it as much as the Titan, but it runs pretty much the same. It all just comes down to preference. And finally, in the term of main weapons, we have the sniper rifles in here. So I would like to start us off with the Paladin. I think it's a decent weapon. I'm not a sniper, so I don't really play with these too often, or not at all really. But I have played with this before. Like I said, I'm not a big sniper person, but I think for a sniper, it still wouldn't be super great because it's still like the default out-of-the-gate weapon. But as with any weapon, if you get good at it, if you play it and unlock everything, you can make it a pretty decent primary no matter what weapon it is. But with that being said, let's move on to the next weapon. Oh, almost knocked my controller over there. Okay. So this is the Outlaw. I do not like this weapon for one simple reason, and that is the drum. The drum in there is similar to like a pistol or something like that from the other ones, or like a revolver. Sorry, that's what I meant. And I think if you're going to use this, might as well just use the revolver. It's just a revolver with a barrel and a scope. Cuddles, I'll be over there. Cuddles. I do not like this weapon for one very simple reason, and that is that drum in there, as I said before, that rotating little barrel thing. Like I said, might as well just use a revolver for that. The scope on it, I don't think is really great. It all kind of shakes around a lot. I think sniper rifles in this game shake way too much as I love everything about it. That is the one big complaint I have about this game. The weapons are actually decently balanced as much as I complain about them. No weapon, I believe, is objectively bad except for the sniper rifles that shake around a lot. That's how I feel. I think the creators did a great job in making this. I think it's Activision. I don't know if EA is still with Call of Duty or not. But I do think it is a very well-rounded game. Probably one of the most, unlike Ghost, where I literally started out and got like 17 kills in the first game. So that thing was just crazy all over the place. I should probably throw in some gameplay for that and some other old Call of Duties. Do like a throwback episode or something like that. So, as I keep going into more random stuff, let's go into the SDM here. Alright, so this is the SDM. It is one of my favorite sniper rifles to run with. I do not run with sniper rifles again. It is actually not the highest on this list. It's actually the least. But out of all of them, I would run with this. Just because the rate of fire I feel is a little better. I think it looks a lot cooler than the other ones do, to be honest with you. And the scope on there, I think, and everything is a lot more steady. So, with that all being said, let's just make a little side note of the secondaries here real quick. So I have the SJ12. That is a very good shotgun. I'm surprised they actually don't have shotguns as a primary class for this game, but I love SJ12. It is a very good shotgun. I'm actually surprised it's in the secondary class for this game. Okay, so this is the SJ12. It is one of my favorite shotguns to use. I think it does a lot for the game. I think it makes it a little more balanced and everything. And when you're doing a private match, it's a lot of fun to use and everything like that. So, with that being said, let's go into the MOG12. It's a good zombies weapon. That's actually the main shotgun I run within zombies because it's the only one I have unlocked so far. Now this is the rocket launcher class. That is the Helon Salvo or whatever that's called. So that's the rocket launcher. It's pretty good. It's not as good as the rocket launchers as Black Ops 3. I do have to admit that. That was probably my favorite game for rocket launchers. And Battlefield 4 does have some decent rocket launchers in them, but most of them you're like shooting them at a tank, so it doesn't really do a whole lot, and you gotta get like 2 or 3 hits off it. And just the combat knife, the last melee weapon, that for some reason unlocks at Prestige. I don't know why you would wait all the way to unlock a knife, because it probably doesn't even do that much, but whatever, that's just the last little melee thing in there. And then the pistols, the Garrison, and the Strife. The Garrison will actually run pretty well as a primary too. If you ever have to use that in a situation or you run out of ammo, I would run with that Garrison. That's what I've equipped on my class. If there was a shotgun, it's probably just because I was testing that or whatever. So yeah, I actually have the rocket launcher on there, but I'm going to change that to the Garrison after this because I actually forgot to change it back because I was doing something. That's a whole different story. So, thank you guys for watching, and as always, it's been The Weeknd, signing off.